Now, is it anything you want to tell us about your parents or your grandparents that you hadn't shared with us?
Well, I can say this about my father. He was a very smart man. And you had to work. He believed in you working to get you a job all the time. He didn't believe in just sitting around the house. He always had something for you to do. And he didn't stay at home all the time. I would be kind of glad when you leave home because he always would keep you busy doing something.
Okay. And I think you said that he gave all of you responsibilities after your mother died.
He did.
All right. Okay. And later in life, what was some of the things he had you doing, like you and Uncle Ferdy? And
well, he always loved to clean up new ground. That's what I couldn't understand. Always, when we first moved over there, where we moved in a big field, there had a lot of stumps and old snags and always something falling out the tree, and you have picking it up and piling up and burning it, you know, and piling around stumps and cleaning off the ditch banks. They had a lot of drainage in that field, and he kept us busy with a job, doing something all the time.
all right. Now, your father's brothers and sisters, I know you said you could not remember all of your father's brothers and sisters because some of them lived in Arkansas and some of them lived in Mississippi.
Right.
But to your knowledge, how many brothers did your father have?
He had 3 brothers. We had 2 brothers. There's 3 boys.
Okay, what were your uncle's name?
Well, my oldest uncle, which was a mill boy when my daddy was older, he was named Ezekiel. He come in here from let's see what his name. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Ohio, I believe.
Okay. And did he have any children?
Yeah, one son named Jody.
Okay. And what was your other brother's name? I mean, your other uncle's name? Grandpa Alpha.
Youngest brother was Alpha, which he lived close by. He had a.
You mean Andrew or Alfred?
My daddy's brother.
Yes.
Andrew.
Okay. Andrew was his youngest.
Younger brother.
Okay. Okay, and all right. How many children did Andrew have?
Oh, he had about
9 or more children.
About 9 head, I believe were.
And can you remember any of these children?
Well, his oldest girl was named Giles, and his oldest son named Giles Willie Lee. And I remember he had another daughter named Daisy, one named Victoria. He had some boys, one named Leroy, and
the one they called Red, what was his name?
well, his name was Leroy.
You mean Ernest Lee?
Ernest Lee, okay. I got it right.
Okay, and he had a son named Norman.
Norman. You want to have one named after him, Andrew.
Andrew Jr.
Yeah, Freddie B. was the baby son.
Okay, and we don't know whether we have missed any of them or not, but we do know that Andrew was the youngest out of the 3 boys.
Right.
All right, Grandpapa had a number of sisters, but some of the sisters that you knew he talked about, one that lived here, and her name was what?
Lethan.
Lethan. How many children did Lethan have?
She had 2 sons.
And what were their names?
Cleophas and Nelson.
All right. And was she married?
Yeah, she was married to Nelson's father, the youngest son's father.
Okay. All right. And what about another sister of Alfred Giles' son?
Well, they had one named Easter. She had one son, and she was married to a man we were really wigs. And Curtis was a stepson, which she had when she married with a wig.
Okay, now, you told me that Curtis' father was white.
Yeah, he was white. He's a white man. Was his father way back. Curtis was real light-skinned. And most people wonder why he was so light, and most of us were dark. So he was, his father was a white man. Yep.
And how she got pregnant by this white man.
Well, they said it was old pebbling around in the country, you know, and he's so tired, he wanted to spend the night with her, with my mother, my grandmother. Asked her, could he spend the night? Right now she had some daughters, and you might imagine what happened, you know.
Okay.
Overnight.
Okay, so it wasn't anything that was planned, but it's something that happened.
Something just happened, and she didn't know about it until well later after he had been going on, you know, and it's come up.
And Curtis had one daughter, and she lived in California, but Daddy said she didn't ever come back, so they don't know where she is.
Don't know where she is.
Okay, and what was the name of another sister that Grandpapa had that you could remember that lived in Mississippi?
Well, Caroline, I didn't know too much about her. She had a bunch of children.
Okay.
I hear them talk about Caroline all the time.
Now we know we can look at the Binion family tree,
right,
because she was married to a Binion.
Married to a Binion.
So we know that we have a history on that family.
Right.
And when we have the Binion Giles reunion, then we know so much about the Binions.
Right.
All right. There are some other sisters, and they are listed in the Binion Giles reunion book.
Right.
But these are the ones that he can remember.
I didn't know about.
Okay. And looking at your mother's sisters and brothers, you said you can remember one sister that your mother had, and what was her name?
Well, I can remember, she was quite younger than my mother was. She was Liza Jean. She had a bunch of children.
Okay, and she spent most of her life in Chicago, you
Most
said.
of her life, she went earlier in part of her life. She went to Chicago, and she spent most of her life in Chicago.
Okay, Eliza James Shaw.
James Shaw. Yeah.
Okay, and you know there were some other sisters too, but you can't think of their names.
No, yeah, some more sisters and several brothers.
Okay, now you did a good job of telling me who the brothers were. And can you think of some of these brothers' names, your mother's brothers?
Clint Shaw, Jack Shaw, Levi Shaw, and Joe Shaw, and Ananias. I can remember them.
And you said she had a brother named Charlie also.
Charlie, I don't know too many. I bet got a chance to see him one time, Charlie.
Okay, which one lived in Arkansas?
Jack Shaw spent most of his life in Arkansas.
All right.
Levi spent part of his life, but he later went to Chicago. Also, Clint Shaw moved to Chicago. And Joe, he was in Chicago.
And you told me that Ananias.
He's in Oklahoma City.
And where did Charlie live?
Also, Charlie lived in Oklahoma.
Okay. And you also told me that you know that your father